Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. I'm going to let you get back to it soon. Couple things. Where are you? Which hat are you wearing right now? This group?
Red.
Huh?
Still red.
Still red. Okay.
Red.
Still red? Your white hat? Red and black, okay. You're white? Not yet.
Maybe
What?
still.
Okay.
I think.
Well, the clue will be this group said you don't need all of your feelings because we'll be here all night, right? So we did that. We did. Okay. But this group, you said you were on white. What topic are you discussing? The definition of diversity. Okay.
If we were kind of going to just analyze the presentation.
Okay. Okay. But did you decide what opinion you're going to test? So diversity. Did you generally decide diversity is a good thing? Let's test. We believe that the key to Japan's future is diversity. Yes, sir. Is important, okay. Is important. If you say something like is important, your discussion is going to be pretty weak. Right? Because no priority. Yeah, it's important. How important? So the language I used was key. Key, right? This is like the most important, okay? Now, group over here, in the Red Hat discussion, they seem to be a hot discussion about it's not diversity, it's leadership in general. Corporate leadership in Japan.
That was 3-2. Three people decided diversity was the most important thing, and 2 people decided that leadership was the most important thing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but
So
we agree that is important, but we just want to prioritize that.
okay. Well, maybe there's no need to do that. So what they could do, or probably should do, is have 2 discussions. Let's start with 1 discussion. Leadership is start with either leadership or diversity and say leadership is the most important. And then do 6 hats. And then when you finish, do another round. No, diversity is more important. Okay? So the point is stick with 1 topic. This group also was discussing something kind of similar. The opinion was board of directors should diversify first. That was an opinion voiced in this group. Right? Now that's a more specific opinion. Maybe they would want to start with that as their premise, as their hot topic. Okay? Because that's pretty deep, right? It's much more specific than saying diversity. It's a very strong opinion. The board of directors need to diversify first. Okay? So maybe they would want to test. They would want to test just that opinion. Okay? Does that make sense? So the reason I wanted to stop you was to show you a few examples of how it goes. But at some point, somebody with the blue hat, or you have to get past your emotions and decide on a topic to discuss in detail using the rest of the hats, right? Okay. So So try that if you need a fairly quickly try to decide your topic and move into one of the other hats.
Another question.
Yes,
So, assuming if we have just 1 hour for one discussion,
right?
so which hat should we spend the longest time? That means the red hat or yellow hat or what hat? So, in general. Yes.
Well, for today or in general?
Let's go in general first.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
My opinion is a red hat.
Why?
Because in this group there is a little bit no agreement. That means we have a different view or a different opinion.
Well, that's red hat.
Yeah, that's red hat.
No agreement in red hat.
So you'll stay in red hat forever.
Yeah. Red hat doesn't give you agreement.
No, but if this was a business, a company, if this was a business problem, you would all be in the same company, and you all maybe share a lot of white hat, the problem or the background or something, right? So maybe you don't need to spend too much on white hat, or maybe before the meeting you pass out reports, something like that. So you might not need it. But what Gordon's saying is,
Don't go looking for consensus in the emotional.
and please, this isn't a consensus building tool.
Yeah.
This isn't a tool.
It's a decision-making tool.
Right.
It doesn't require consensus. Because what you want to do is you look at each one of the emotions. You don't deny. You don't try to convince anybody to change their emotional perspective. You're not trying to do that. What you're trying to do is find out what's behind that. And what are the issues that we can agree on? And go look at the data, go through the hats, in whatever order that you want. Paul's order is a good order. And then go back. So you're constantly going between these things throughout them. And your question about how long did you do it until you get stuck and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Right? And then change to something, I guess we should change something else. Let's try something else right now. We're at an impasse, or we don't have any more to go. So it should be a natural thing. As long as you keep the 6 hats, floating around in your mind, and do one at a time. And Paul's excellent, this thing about taking one, you have 2 or 3 opinions, take one at a time and go through the other 4 hats.
You have to do that.
Right? So you don't separate it up, you're going to have trouble.
If especially in the green hat, lots of good opinions come up. Write them down and start with another. This is a tool for discussion and decision making. But how much time for each one? One word of advice: if everybody in your team is super negative, then spend more time on that. And make sure you give enough time and work your brains to find all the possible positive things. If there's too much consensus, this is a great idea, then maybe you want to spend more time making sure that it really is a great idea. Okay? Now, is somebody hiding? Somebody doesn't want to wear the black hat. Nobody wants to wear the black hat. So maybe you need to spend more time on that. Okay? So there's no easy answer to that. For today, I want you to experience the whole process 2 or 3 times. So unfortunately, I want you to go through the hats relatively quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you can do at least one more, at least 2 today, right? So 4:30. Yes. So I would let's try to go through the first round by 5 o'clock. Is that okay? Now that is very blue hat, isn't it? Timekeeping. All right. So that's kind of a blue hat. So somebody in your group maybe keep track of the time. Try to at least go through the first round by 5. Okay? All right. Good luck.
So if you go to this black hat now
Yes.
about establishment companies.